What's up, everybody? Welcome to Human Innovation Tarot. My name is Eddie with Imagine Life Development Center, here to do the September reading for my Geminis out there. If you're new to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you click the like, share, and subscribe button for me. All the other information you need to know is in the description box below. You can also click the bell notification icon and come join me when I go live and do free live tarot readings. What else? Also, I'm running a September special right now. I may extend it through October. We'll see. You can get a personal private reading. We'll have one question for 10, two for 20, three for 30. Okay. So with that being said, my Geminis, we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading. So I'm going to start off by looking at some overall energy for you guys, and then we'll jump into the core or main reading. Okay. So let's see what the main energy is for you guys. So right out of the gate, starting off with the victory card. So that's good. We'll see what where this takes us here. Get the other energy out on the table here to see what this could be about. All right, so we have, new life. I'm liking this already. And one more here. So, well, that came right out too. So this is deep sea diving. Way of the mystic, learn through experience. Learn through experiencing and depths. This is, so this is either learning lessons or diving deep, going deeper into something. And for some of you, you could be into, you could be very spiritual. Some of you might have spiritual practices, or things like that. So I feel like this is you being in a victorious energy, obviously. This could even be in regards to you guys are feeling great. You're feeling ready to move forward in your life. Some of you guys may have already started down a new path here with the new life energy. Otherwise, this is simply saying that you guys will be heading in this direction if you're not already there. So let's see here. I'm going to get 3 from here and see how it ties into these, because it's still... It's almost like the energy is just showing that that you guys are just in this. This is your current energy. Like you're embracing a new life. You're feeling victorious right now. Maybe feeling on top of the world with that victory energy. You've learned from past experiences, and you're ready to go deeper. You're ready to go deeper into your spirituality, deeper into your purpose. Diving deeper into things maybe you love, that you're passionate about here. It's all good energy. Okay, so the first card we have out is Coffin. So this is just, this is something that you've put to rest here. So something in your life that obviously I'm going to assume he is tied to your past here. There's something, you're releasing things that no longer serve you, and the past you're putting in the past. Like I feel that very strongly. Like whatever's behind you is behind you. You're closing the lid on the coffin of the past and saying, hey, you know what? What's dead is gone, and we're going to leave it that way. And I feel like for some of you, it may have been a while. Maybe it's taken you some time to get to this point in your life where you were able, like you had the actual energy to do this. Like for some of you, it may not have been easy necessarily for you to close out the past, but you finally gained a victory in your life, whatever this thing is, whether it's a victory over just past stuff, victory over a past job you didn't like, victory over past addictions, victory over past hurdles, obstacles, challenges, obsessions, anything. I mean, it could be anything, big or small, right? And the next energy you have is unexpected income. So for a lot of you guys, you guys are going to start making money. So this could be an unexpected raise at your job, or maybe you sell something and you get a higher offer than what you asked for, if it's like a car or a house. For some of you, maybe you had a loved one pass away and they left you an inheritance behind with, so if that coffin energy, the unexpected income, maybe you get an inheritance from somebody. But it's tied to this new life energy. And so I feel like, whatever you're working on, whatever you're doing, whatever this is, whatever this energy is, it's something profound, and it's definitely going to level you up. So it's beautiful. Who doesn't like extra income, right? So that's really nice. And then we have the gift card. No pun intended. So this could be a gift. You could be receiving again. This could be a gift coming into you, whether it's a raise, whether it's, unexpected income, making more off of selling something, or an investment, whatever this is here. But you definitely have a gift coming in here, whether it's this unexpected income, or it could even be a person. All right. So just keep your eyes open, but you guys are definitely you're definitely being gifted something by Spirit here. Your finances definitely seem to be good. And overall, with the victory and the new life, it's like basically it seems to me like your whole life is kind of getting a makeover here, and not just love, because this is the overall energy. So we're going to take a look at your past, your present, future outcome. We're going to take a look at your hurdles, obstacles, and challenges, and then we're going to take a look at advice as well. I'm going to be using my new Oracle deck, Human Innovation Oracle. This will be for sale at some point in the future. This is a prototype, so I'm just kind of getting used to it. I still have to, it's way too many. I still have to do the, I have to create the booklet that comes with it. That's got all the meanings to the cards. And some of the cards, I think I'm going to need to update the fonts because you can't see it very well. But anyway, at some point I'll have all of that taken care of. So let's look at the past energy here. Okay, so in the past, we have mentorship. So this is telling me that you guys, you could have been going to counseling, therapy. You could have had a coach. Some of you guys could maybe have been just taking online courses. You could have been going to seminars, in person or virtual. You may have a certain person or persons that you follow, like podcasts, things like that. Anything that helps you in your personal development, basically feeds you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Any type of information that helps you grow to that next level could potentially be called mentorship, right? For some of you, it could even be going back to, attending church or something, or if you're, if you go to like AA or something and you go to an AA meeting, like it could be anything like that. All right. But the implication here is that you've been doing work here with the mentorship card. And for some of you, maybe you were in a position of mentorship. Maybe you were the coach. Maybe you were the teacher. Maybe you were the person helping somebody else. Okay. So let's take a look at your present energy. Let's see if there's any, see how the energies kind of decide to correlate here. The irony, you have the future. Kind of hard to see there, I know. So in the present, your present energy is you guys are thinking a lot about your future. Now, this could be anything, health, wealth, money, job, career, love, relocating. I mean, it could be anything to do with your future, but I feel like you guys could be either, right now, you're either planning your future, or you're making arrangements. You could be planning vacations. You could be planning vacation time at work, or this could just be you imagining your future, doing visualizations, doing vision boards. And it could also just be having a future outlook on what you want, getting clear about maybe the type of person that you want to date if you're looking, right? Anything like that. So let's take a look at your future energy and see how that ties back to the future card. Because I feel like that's going to tell us kind of what it is that you're planning for here. Trauma. Okay. So the trauma card comes out in the future. So this basically tells me a few different things. This could, again, have to do with a job or a career, or, I mean, it could have to do with a relationship too, but in the past we have mentorship. Present, we have looking towards the future, and then we have trauma in the future. So this could basically mean like a transition. Like, again, maybe if you were getting mentorship or you were mentoring in the past, you're looking in the future. Maybe you're looking for a new job. You're looking for a place where you can go to either continue this line of work of helping people. Like if you were the mentor, maybe you're helping people who've dealt with some degree of trauma. Or maybe this is, you were getting help. You were being mentored through maybe some of your trauma. And this is something that's going to play a role in your future to some degree, right? And I don't mean that in a bad way, because our trauma doesn't always, have to affect us in the future in a bad way. It could be something that we bond over. Like you meet somebody and you have a similar background, you have a similar story, you meet them in recovery, or you just meet them in whether it's online or offline, and you start talking and you realize you have a lot in common. It's like we both been through painful divorces. We both, went through a major loss. We're both widows or whatever it is, right? I'm just throwing some examples out there. It doesn't have to be that. But, so in the present, you could be thinking about maybe like how to excel in your career, or maybe get a different, continue your education. If you've been helping people if you've been a mentor or a nurse or a counselor or a therapist, you're like, hey, you know what? I want to complete my training. So I'm planning, looking towards my future here on what I can do with my training, whether it's getting out in the field and actually helping people now that I've got my education, or continuing my education. That's all kind of like a career related thing. This is mostly like a love reading. But if this had to do with love, then I would say that basically you're very optimistic here in the present. So the future card you're in the present looking out at the future. Well, you're in this victory and this new life energy. So you're feeling very optimistic about what the future can hold for you. And I feel like for a lot of you, that could have been something that you haven't felt for a long time. It doesn't have to be, but for many of you, I do. I feel like, it's been a hot minute since you felt this energy of optimism. Like, wow, I think my future actually might be pretty good. My future feels pretty good right now. I have a pretty positive outlook on my future. And then here out in the future, when you meet somebody, or whether it's you or this other person, again, I really feel like you are like, it's almost like you bond over this. And I don't mean a trauma bond. I mean, it could be for some of you, but that's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like either you have a passion with helping people that's related to some type of trauma, and you bond over that, or that has something to do, like a milestone or something major. A major component in your near future is going to relate to that to somehow, or you're going to meet somebody who kind of has a traumatic background that you understand because maybe you've had a similar. Okay. So I'm not getting a negative energy off of this, is what I'm saying here, with this trauma card here. I feel like it has something to do with your future, but not in a negative way. Again, it could be just a point of connection. Like we're connecting over things that we've gone through, or I'm continuing my training, if that makes sense, something like that. Okay. So what is the actual hurdle, obstacle, and challenge here for my Geminis. Success. So I feel like you guys have been feeling, let me get the advice card real quick. Let me get one more. Just so I don't have to put my foot in my mouth here. I'm going to go ahead and get the advice card as well. What's the advice here for my Geminis? Investments, okay. And at the bottom of the deck we have, so this is the advice. We have the investments card. And at the bottom of the deck, we have synchronicities. Okay. So yeah, I feel like the challenge for you guys has been really kind of just maybe being hard on yourself. Some of you might have been, you might fear success or you fear failing. So if like, well, if I don't do it perfectly, then I won't be a success. Perfectionism, or just success in general. Like some of you just beat yourself up because you don't feel like you've done enough, or you're not where you should be by now, or you don't have the life that you want yet. Or it could be that every time you're feeling like you're about to succeed, maybe you self-sabotage, right? Or maybe you've had good things that have come up in your life, and those things either it's almost like the dangling the carrot, right? You just about the time you think you're about to get the blessing, it feels like it's snatched away from you, whether it's a relationship, a job, or a promotion, who knows what, right? But there's a little bit of that energy involved too, where it's like, man, I almost had it within my reach, and it was just out of reach. And it feels like a lot of opportunities, again, the different areas of your life have been just out of reach for you. But there's definitely a strong energy as well over many of you are just really hard on yourself. Like unrealistically high expectations of yourself, your life. And so when you're not living at the level that you think you should be living, or that your life doesn't match the model of the world that you think that you've created for yourself, you get very hard on yourself, like harder than anybody else could be on you. And I feel like that saps your energy, because that's negative energy. It's pulling out all of the positive energy. And when we get down on ourselves, what ends up happening, right? We start doing self-sabotaging things. We overthink. So we go into analysis paralysis. We don't make decisions. And if we do, we're not making them very well, because we're making them out of fear and self-preservation. A lot of us go into habits, like eating habits. We become lethargic or lazy because it's like, well, I don't want to try because I don't want to fail. So it's better for me just to do nothing at all, or put minimal effort into it. We procrastinate. Like there's all kinds of symptoms, right, to self-sabotage, or, being afraid to succeed here. And for some of you, I feel like you guys have been putting in a lot of work, but feeling like you haven't been compensated or rewarded for the amount of effort that you put in. Okay. Again, that's not going to be for everyone, but it's going to be for those that it resonates with here. And on the relationship front, I feel like the success card is definitely here, saying that you've had a really challenging time finding successful relationships. And it's just, it is what it is. There's no more, the energy's not deeper than that. You just had a lot of trouble, like a lot of people, finding, quality mates, that you feel you could go the distance with. Now, in the advice position, we had investments. Now, this is an interesting thing. This could be tied to the original energy up here of unexpected income, things unrelated to a relationship. So this could basically be saying, like, the advice for you. It's like a little bit of a side. This isn't a career or money reading, but the energy's here, so I'll just say it. Why not? For those of you that need extra income, or those of you that have investments that could be lucrative for you, and you feel like, hey, I want to sell these and make money, you got a green light. It's saying, hey, you could, you have the, if you have the means available and you need the resources, then sell some stuff. If you have multiple houses and you're like, hey, we could sell one of the houses, or rent one of the houses, or do an Airbnb thing, or sell one of the cars, or whatever the situation is. I don't know. But whatever it is, an investment can be anything. It's anything valuable to you. Anything valuable to you, big or small. Could be a watch that you wear. It could be, a record. So one of your favorite records, and it's actually a vinyl record, and it's not, it may not be worth a whole lot of money, but for you, it's worth everything because it's super rare, and that's just something that's very valuable to you, right? So whatever it is, the advice here with the investments on that is like, whatever it is that this is valuable to you, if you're struggling, you're hurting, and you have the means to sell this or get rid of this thing to make your life better or easier, more simple, then, the energy is conducive for that. Okay. Now, on a relationship level, the investment the advice here is basically telling you to not go for anything less than you're willing to invest. So basically being the standard, right? So it's like, it's that fairness and that balance. It's like, if you're investing, your time, heart, energy, and emotions into somebody, then they need to be investing that back into you. So it's basically there as an advice card and a little bit of a warning. And I say warning mildly, like warning as in just be careful not to repeat past patterns, like no people pleasing, no overgiving, no fantasizing, creating these false realities, maybe not jumping into something too quickly and getting too emotionally invested too fast. It's like, look for something that's worth investing in, and look at the amount of time, energy, and effort that you're investing into it. Is it worth it? Is the juice worth the squeeze? That kind of thing here. All right. But I do feel that you're going to you're in a prosperous season here, to where when you invest, if you're investing in the right thing, then you're going to get a reward here. So it's basically, you're in this, you're planting seeds in a fertile soil. The energy around you right now, Gemini, what's on here on the table is really like fertile soil, to, hypothetically speaking. So the seeds that you're planting, you can expect a healthy return on. That's kind of what this investment energy is trying to get at here. Okay. So let's pull a couple of cards here and pull some final advice here to kind of close out the reading for you. I'm going to get 3 cards here from the tarot for Gemini's love life here. And then I've got a couple other messages that I want to pull for Gemini's love life. Okay, we have the Fool. So there's that new life, that new beginning energy. It's showing out again. So we have the new life card. So this is just confirmation. The new life card up here. We have the Fool. Yeah, this is you stepping into a whole new chapter in your life. Okay, putting whatever's, again, this coffin energy, whatever's dead and gone is dead and gone. The past is dead and gone. You're moving into a brand new chapter, a brand new season of life here, with a lot of abundance at your fingertips. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. This is you potentially, again, learning new things here. With everything that we were saying here in the middle of the reading, this could be you going back to school, learning things, but this could also you making this unexpected income energy with certain investments, or receiving gifts, because this is also a card of receiving a gift. Page of Pentacles bringing in something there. And this could be an offer of like a love offer as well. Someone coming in who's making you a solid love offer. And that's earth energy. Doesn't have to be an earth sign, but just want to, so it's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy for those that like to know. One more and a bottom card. So your read is really, so far, I mean, it's like, it's pretty awesome. I mean, the energy is really good. Okay. So we have the two cards wanted to come out, so I took them. So we have the Four of Pentacles wanted to come out in reverse. So this is letting go of something, letting go of control, releasing control, letting your walls down. This is also being more giving. So this is like, you know, if you've had to really if you've had to count your pennies, you had a penny pinch, you know, if you've had to be really tight on your budget, the Four of Pentacles is basically showing like you're, especially when you get this new income coming in, whatever that is, I feel like it's going to take a lot of financial pressure off of you, which is making that Four of Pentacles in reverse in terms of your money, because the Four of Pentacles in reverse is like, hey, I don't have to, you know, count all my pennies anymore. Like I don't have to, you know, live paycheck to paycheck. You know, it's not that big of a deal. But I also feel like this is you learning to let go and be more, just more open and vulnerable and available in life here. You're not so holding back and, you know, fortified, if you will. Now we do have the Star in reverse. This did want to come out as well. It's Aquarius energy. So this is telling me that for some of you are still healing, recovering from some things. Like you haven't completely healed from something, whatever that something is. Some of you guys are having a hard time seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, or maybe believing that this new life is going to happen, or that you're actually, you know, finding victory in your life right now. It's struggling. The Star in reverse is basically struggling to have faith, hope, struggling to heal, struggling to see the light at the end of the tunnel here. Or just not believing that things that you would hope for or wished for can actually be yours. Okay. So, but that's not true, which is interesting, because the hurdle on the challenge in your main reading here was a success card. So for a lot of you, it's the Star in reverse. This is a success because the Star upright would be, you know, you getting your wish coming true, right? It's your bright future. And I think some of you, it hasn't happened for you for so long that you just don't believe it. It's just like you almost wouldn't know what to do if a good day happened to you, you know, much less a really good day. Okay. And because at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords, which is just telling me that, you know, again, a lot of you guys right now have just kind of been living in denial. You know, you've been blocked. Your heart chakra's been blocked. You've had a lot of indecision. It's almost just kind of like you just want the bad days to go away, out of sight, out of mind. You don't want to see it. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to be around it. You know, you don't know what to believe a lot of times, right? So it's like the Two of Swords. It's like there's the woman has two swords, right? And each sword, the Ace of Swords, is the sword of truth. Well, it's like she's got these two swords of truth. Well, which truth is it, right? Which one? And maybe she doesn't know. So there's confusion there, right? Like, I don't know. Is it this the truth, or is this the truth, right? That's another way of perceiving that energy. So, you know, so it's interesting. We've seen your energy here as like things are starting to look good. Maybe things are starting to feel good in your life, but you're not so sure if you can trust it. is what I'm really feeling. Like you're not so sure that this is the bright future that you've been waiting for. I feel like some of you are just kind of waiting for the shoe to drop, waiting for the ball to drop, because maybe that's what's always happened in the past. You know, and in terms of love, it still applies, right? Maybe in the past, you know, you couldn't, there were no good options. There were no good people out there. The Two of Swords. Maybe you had to block people. Maybe you weren't seeing eye to eye with people. You were meeting people and you had nothing in common, right? So those are all possibilities. So let's take a look now at your, I'm going to get 3 messages from this deck, and then I'm going to get 3 more from the other. So you have temptation. Think carefully about the situation. So there could be some temptation coming your way, past, present, or future. So if, you know, someone from your past comes sneaking back in and, you know, they're being tempting, just keep, you know, be aware of that. Or if someone from a new person comes into your life and you just start to kind of get those vibes like, I don't really know how I feel about this person. You know, don't ignore the yellow or red flags. And just be careful in general with temptation, right? Because again, that could be tied to that mentorship energy and then that trauma energy as well that was out in your future. Like I was saying, some of you guys, you know, you may, you know, maybe, you know, you have something that you struggle with, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like if you're in recovery for something, you know, and maybe you go out and you get tempted by something, right? So whatever that means for you. Ooh, too many. For my Geminis, please give me 2 more messages for my Geminis. Right, the next one we have is admire. It's time to think of everything that you admire in your partner. So again, this could be if this is a past person or a new person. And if it's neither, then this is like a vision board or a law of attraction type of thing. It's basically saying, you know, what are the characteristics that you could admire about a partner if you were going to manifest them into your life, right? And so then you imagine that person as if they're real, and then you imagine yourself with that person as if they already exist, right? And you put as much emotion as you can into it, so it's not just a thought. You connect your thoughts to your heart-brain coherence, and basically you're utilizing the law of attraction at that point. You know, because we want to focus on what we want, not what we don't want. And then we have signs. Watch out for signs leading you to true love. And we had the synchronicity card at the bottom of the other deck. So there's clearly going to be some strong signs and synchronicities. You might start seeing 1111. You might hear certain songs. You might see certain names. Oops, why am I doing that? Yeah. There's gonna be something that and these things are like, these synchronicities are things that are gonna chase after you. You're not gonna have to go like on a scavenger hunt. You're just gonna be wherever you are. These things are gonna show up, and they're gonna be like in your face. You're not gonna be able to disregard them. The synchronicities speak pretty loudly. So, and we have it at the bottom of the deck here. I just wanted to show you. So we had it here twice. So it's very important for you, Gemini, to pay attention to the synchronicities, because there's clues here. And then we have connection. Your connection is eternal and unbreakable. So whoever this person is, when you meet them, the connection is going to be off the chart. You're going to feel very connected to this person. They're going to feel very connected to you. I mean, it could be one of those things that as soon as you lay your eye upon each other, you just know that you know. It could be that telepathic level of connection. All right, so the next card we have is free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And I definitely feel that is with this victory energy, definitely the new life energy, definitely learning from your past here with the, I forget the name of that card. Was it the Atlantis card? Definitely the coffin energy. You know, like I said at the beginning of the reading, like things that are dead need to stay dead. Things that are gone need to be gone. You know, what no longer serves you, no longer serves you. And this also tied to the success energy, which is free yourself. Don't hold yourself back from your success. Don't think small. Don't be a perfectionist. Don't procrastinate. Don't live in fear. You know, let your success be your success. You know, feel worthy. Love yourself. Love yourself to and through your success. And know that the more successful you are, it's the more opportunity you have to bless others. So it's not just about being successful for our own sake, to pat ourselves on the back so that we can feel special and all of that. It's you know, what's greater than that, in my opinion, is how we can contribute, how we can grow, and what we can give to other people as a result of our success, right? And that's where the true fulfillment really is in life. It's when we can take what we've done and we can bless other people, right? So now the next card is we have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith, which is what we saw with the star in reverse. Because again, that star in reverse energy we saw was telling me that many of you guys just don't believe that this is actually your time. Because again, maybe you've gone through it's been so long since you've had anything good happen that you just don't believe it. You're not trusting. And so, you know, God, source, universe is telling you to have faith. Trust this situation, trust what's happening, and trust for you to know that things are actually getting better. You can trust it this time. This isn't, again, the universe isn't dangling a carrot this time. It's for real this time. Like you can actually get your hopes up this time, and it's not gonna, it's not gonna be vaporized before your eyes. Like, when it's cold out and you breathe and then it's like, oh, there it is. And then the breath just disappears, right? It's not going to be like that. And then we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So yeah, learn the lessons from the past. Forgive anyone and everyone that you need, even including yourself. And just say, hey, you know what? This is a new day, a new dawn, a new era. We had the Fool. We have this new life card. And then religious factors are playing. So maybe you grew up in a strict religious environment. Maybe your person, when you meet them, maybe they have a strict religious background. And maybe that's why you're so hard on yourself, because of all the religious conditioning. But this says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And for some of you, maybe you just feel like, you do feel spiritually called to something, and we did have this card up here talked about you potentially being connected to mysticism, right? So that's a possibility as well. Maybe you have a spiritual practice, a spiritual gift, or a spiritual calling in your life that you are moving towards, or you need to start moving towards. Or maybe you meet your person and you guys come together and have some type of ministry or mission or spiritual, thing that you decide you want to build together. That's a possibility as well. So Gemini, you're headed in the right direction. I would say summarize all this and say you're headed in the right direction. You're about to step into this new life with new opportunities. Don't sabotage your success here. All you have to really have is just faith and know that this time is not going to be. You don't have to be afraid to get your hopes up this time. This time you can actually get your hopes up, and things are going to start to change for you. It looks like kind of across the board. I mean, the reading started off with your finances, career stuff, and it does look like you have opportunity here for love to come in as well. So, it wasn't highlighting any one specific energy. So I feel like it's kind of a free for all. Like it could be anybody. It could be a past person, could be a new person. But whatever it is, you're going to have signs and synchronicities. So watch out for that. And that could be anything: billboards, license plates, music, words, movies, quotes, whatever. That could be anything. Dreams you have, names, numbers, whatever. So just keep an eye out for that. The synchronicities are going to be telling you a lot about who this person is, or just kind of like maybe they're getting close now to meeting them or whatever. Okay. So there's a little bit of mystery involved, I think, with the love, because the universe didn't come right out and just put a specific person out there. But just continue to do what you're doing, focus on what you're focused on, continue to move forward, and turn that star energy from upside down to upright. That's the key here. Is have faith, have hope, believe, know that it's going to come, know that it's working in your favor, trust the process, and you got some really cool stuff coming up for you. Now, this reading is also good it's about mid-September, so this is going to go to about mid-October. I don't remember if I mentioned that or not, but I just wanted to. So, Gemini, if you haven't already, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon. Come join me for a free live tarot reading sometime. And with that being said, this is your reading. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And I will be back very soon with you guys. Thank you guys so much. As always, my friends, love and light.